super pumped to announce that coming in October, I will be joining Sam Dagash and David Capablanca on stage at their Conscious Trading Academy seminar in Los Angeles. This is a once per year, once in a lifetime event. We had a couple of our students already go last year. They're coming again this year, but we're gonna blow it out of the water. I'm hoping we show up as an ASFX army to this event. So if you wanna join us, it's in October. It's a 3-day event. Bring your family, they can hang out. My wife and kid are coming with me. It's gonna be awesome. Make sure you sign up with the link down in the description and make sure you use the code ASFX. That's gonna save you some money at checkout. I'm gonna be talking to you guys a lot about this event. I wanna blow this thing out of the water, like I said. So grab your ticket now. The early bird tickets are a little cheaper than if you wait. Hopefully, you guys decide to jump on, and I'll see you in LA in October.
And he's like, "You'll go? You're gonna fly in there in Bucaramanga, Colombia? It's like it's the middle of nowhere. It's not Bogota. It's not Medellin. It's not like, I mean, those places are kind of sketch too.
No, bro, it was up a mountain in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere. But Sam told me, he's like, one day we're gonna talk on stage. We're gonna have on conferences around the world. You know, this is the Mind Alchemist. He's and I'm
really
there. It was hard for me to see, you know. So at the time, and then like, you know, he keeps we keep working on it. I keep having more breakthroughs, and then we launched the academy.
We know the shorts eventually do tip over and they start to make money. How do you keep patience while that's happening? I think a lot of guys are finding some success, but it becomes short-lived. And I sometimes think it's due to lack of focus. So can we talk for a second about what you do to stay focused as a trader?
But these days, you know, you can't underestimate what it can do. It can still, maybe there's not going to be a gamma squeeze that will rip, you know, what do they call it, mo ass, or the mother of all short squeeze. We're not going to have that, but it's going to be a portion of that.
What's up, boys? Welcome back to the podcast. Today, I'm sitting down with David Capablanca. This is actually David's third time on the podcast. He is business partners with Sam Dagash, who just came on a few weeks ago. Episode crushed it. We talk a lot about how David is trading this year. David's a traditional short seller of stocks, so I wanted to hear from him on how he's handling markets as they break for all-time highs. And we also talk about the big event coming up that I'm speaking at in October in Los Angeles. Sam and David are kind enough to not only host this event, but also invite me and our community to speak. So we talk about that. We do the schedule. We talk about last year's event, all the takeaways, all the exercises that we're going to do. So this is a good conversation. We cover a lot. I know you guys are going to love it. Make sure you subscribe here to the Day Trading Show, wherever you're listening or watching. I've got links for David and the event, all of that down in the description. Thank you to David for coming on. Thank you to our sponsors as always. And now enjoy my conversation with David Capablanca. What's up, traders? Austin from the future. Really quick, I want to just thank our sponsor, Top One Trader. Now, a lot of you have transitioned from CFDs to futures, but I want to suggest that you don't do one or the other, you do both. And if you're looking for a reliable CFD firm, Top One Trader is your go-to. Now, they're based in the US, but more important than that, they actually are still paying traders out. If you go to their Instagram, you'll see last month they paid out over $100,000 to their profitable traders. So if you want to get funded with a CFD firm that is reliable and still paying traders out, and a firm that actually answers their customer support messages very quickly, and I have firsthand experience with that because I have a lot of people in our community that tell me how it's going with Top One, with any of our sponsors, and everyone is still very happy with the work coming from Top One. Just use the link here in the description to this video. I can save you a good little discount. You can help the channel here by supporting and using our affiliate link, and then you could be trading futures and CFDs at the same time, which I think is a no-brainer. So check out Top One. Thank you for being the sponsor. We appreciate Top One very much. And let's get back to the video. What's up, traders? Welcome back to the podcast. I'm sitting down with a special guest, David. It's third time on the show, bro. I think you might be the third or the first person that I've had on 3 times, but it's good to have you, bro. How are you?
Thanks, Austin. It's always good to be back. Yeah, man. It's been, I think you've been on my show a few times as well. So
yeah, I have. Very appreciative of that. The Friendly Bear podcast. Got to give the Friendly Bear the shout out. So for today, everybody, I had Sam on the podcast recently. That episode is doing really well. Sam Dagash is David's business partner in the Conscious Trading Academy. And we have a big event coming up in October in Los Angeles. I'm going to be speaking with Sam and David. It's set up to be bigger than last year and bigger than the first one. This is going to be the 3rd year, correct?
The 3rd conference in like 2.5 years.
Right, because there was like a little pause between. So
Yeah,
third
yeah.
conference set to be the biggest one ever. So I want to ask you a couple questions about that, David. I also want to talk about just trading in general. We were just speaking about some fun stuff that's going on this year. So let's kind of start with markets, and then we'll segment into you and Sam, and we'll segment into the event coming up in LA. If you guys are interested, we do have tickets still available. There's a link in the description. There's a little discount code that Sam and David set up for us. If you're a listener of the show, the code is ASFX. Make sure you guys use that, save some extra bucks. But David, what are you thinking about this year, bro? I mean, all-time highs today on ES, on NASDAQ. How are you making out? I know everybody knows you as the short. So how are you seeing the year? What do you think's coming? Give us kind of like a lay of the land for you. Catch us up.
Yes, it's very interesting environment. So it's like markets melting up. I trade a lot of all small caps, which is mostly 250 million market caps or less, all on the short side. I'm short biased. And yeah, I'm looking to now, it's like since we got like the market pushing up, there's in the small cap niche, there's just too many short sellers. And I think a lot of this is a part of the melt up is all the short squeezes.
Hmm.
So shorts are adding fuel to the fire and things are melting up. So for the way I trade, I'm just being sharper with my entries and just raising my criteria for entries because I'm short. So like I just be more precise and just more careful.
How about profit taking? Are you taking profits sooner, or are you still running trades as long as you used to?
Yeah, good question. So yeah, I'm being more like very nimble, just in and out, almost in a scalpy way. Like I'll develop a thesis of how I should trade this, like what the stock is gonna do. Okay, they need cash? This company sucks. They have dilution. The news is not whatever. Like today there was a stock that had like swine testing news. So it's like, come on, man. And they had dilution and need cash. They had swine testing news. But the stock melted up because like too many short sellers pile in. So in that scenario, um, I didn't trade it, but if I was looking to trade it at certain points, but I was looking to be okay, there's gonna be too many shorts in this. It's gonna probably squeeze and rip a couple of times. So like if I'm short, and it flushes, I'm covering, and then I'm expecting it to possibly break to new highs again because it's just short squeezes. So like it's just keeping in mind that the environment that there's too many shorts and there's also a lot of longs. Longs are really doing well in this market, buying dips and whatever. We saw the meme stocks are back. By the way, that's crazy, man. The I thought it was gone, man. Just when you think it's gone, it like comes back. They made a movie last year, Dumb Money.
Yep.
I saw it, and I'm like, these people are probably dreaming of the good old days. And then last month or something, 2 months ago, I don't know, a while ago, Roaring Kitty posts something. I'm like, somebody hacked this guy's account, man, or like, that was a talk, and no, it's actually him.
It's
So
actually him.
and then we had GME ripping, AMC ripping, and costs ripping. So it's like it came back. So it's not as strong as it was in the past because I think in the past we had like people were bored, they had nothing to do, they had no way to earn money, they were getting free money. So they would like this would push this. It was more of a force. But these days, you can't underestimate what they can do. It can still maybe there's not going to be a gamma squeeze that will rip. What do they call it? Mo ass, or
Yeah.
the mother of all short squeeze. We're
Yep.
not gonna have that, but it's gonna be a portion of that. Like, if you look at the chart of like GME or whatever, it's still like it's a significant bounce. It's not gonna break all-time highs or anything, but like it's can still do some damage. So like um I've been avoiding the meme stocks and just problem, just being sharper with my discipline, just like staying out of I want to stay out of the way of the freight trains, in the bull
100%.
market, man. Yeah.
It makes me think of the saying, the market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. So it
Yeah.
requires you to be very picky in your trade selection when you're a short like you. But do you ever feel like, how do you balance the feeling of like, okay, I've been in a market like this before where we've melted up before. We know the shorts eventually do tip over and they start to make money. How do you keep patience while that's happening? Because I mean, a melt up can, it's not usually a week or a month. It's usually a little bit
Yeah.
longer than that, right? So
Yeah.
how do you
Yeah.
stay patient?
I size down and it's just like I'm just going for the easy pickings. Um and I this was in 2021 also. Like I wasn't I had put in some work. I was still a little experienced, but not as much as now. Now I had like a lot more experience, but and a lot more trades under my belt. But back then I was like really scared of that environment. I would just trade the pre-market, just a certain setup, like one setup, and then also the paid pumps, which I felt very comfortable. I've been shorting those since like 2015 or something.
That's
Small
the bread
size
and
of
butter.
yeah, so like I just stuck to those. I didn't care about the meme stocks. I didn't care about the COVID stocks, Tesla, whatever. It was good entertainment to watch and to like witness, but I stood away from that and it served me very well.
Yeah.
So like I'm going back to that right now. Like I just want the easy money, you know? So you can make a few $1,000s pretty stress free the way I trade consistently with this easy
Now,
stuff. I'm not going for the, the hard stuff.
hey traders, it's Austin from the future. Really quick, before we continue with the video, I just want to say something that you're probably all thinking. Trading courses are not the best way to learn how to trade. I totally agree with that. That's why we decided about a year and a half ago to unleash on the trading industry, something that most people don't normally do. We started our own in-house live trading rooms, our in-house live streaming platform. It's called ASFX TV. There's a link for a 7-day free trial down in the description to this video. It's probably flying in above my head too. We want you to come see the information that we talk about in our YouTube videos, in our courses. I want to show you that in the live market. Because again, it's one thing to just watch a video course and then say, oh, good luck, you're on your own now. It's another thing to actually bring people in, show them those strategies in a video course, and then show them how it's applied in the live market. Now, with ASFX TV, you don't have to be there live. Everything is recorded and stored for you if you're working or you're busy and you miss something. But we also have a live chat feature, so if you can be there live, you can ask questions. You can interact with our streamers. All of our streamers are vetted. All of them have proven track records. All of them have been funded, been paid out, the whole 9 yards. So you're really going to be learning from people who have more experience than you, which is, in my opinion, the most important thing when you're learning how to trade. It's that you get around people with more experience than you. So it's a 7-day free trial, then it's $10 a month. You really can't afford to pass on this. So if you are not subscribed to ASFX TV, use the link down below. Now let's get back to the video. Right. So now the reason I'm asking these questions, will this be something that you're going to share at the event in LA where we're doing like some case studies on your trades? Will the people that come get to see that?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, I have some topics in mind already that I've prepared, but like as we get closer, there's going to be more relevant topics to that period. We still, the market changes all the time, but
100%.
that'll be definitely something we cover, the easy trades, easy money trades. You see some other big traders talk about that. It's very important to have an easy money trade, cash flow trades, and then you save the big A setup. You're ready for that one down the line. But like to stick to the easy ones to grow your account, snowball that account, and then like when you're ready, when you have that experience, when you have the knowledge, the capital, it all aligns, and then boom, now you can trade. You can really trade. With
Yeah.
that. So like nothing
No,
wrong with stacking the wins up. It's small wins.
definitely not. No big trips to Bolivia to expose another penny stock scam anytime soon.
Yes, I was on the Humble Trader podcast with that one recently. I don't know if you saw it. And
I
she
did
asked
not
me
yet.
that. And I
Yeah.
was like, man, these days I got too much to lose. This is the
Yeah.
interesting thing though. So back then, and I don't think I ever mentioned it exactly like this, only like in private conversations. So I'll
Okay.
say it here.
Okay.
But yeah, so back then I had this really big chip on my shoulder and I had like nothing to lose. I was living like a minimalist lifestyle and I was like, man, like, and no one was taking me serious. I was like a smaller fish. Like no, I had no social media. I had no, my Twitter was like 100 followers. I had no podcast. There was no podcast. Um, and I wanted to be like taken seriously by these big traders. And I needed to come through. And if I say something, I want to be able to do it and prove myself. Like, okay, I got credibility now. And
Hmm.
I was working with a short report hedge fund at the time, and I wanted to prove myself. So I was like, I discovered this. Well, I brought it up. Everyone knew about the stock as a scam, but I came up with the idea and like the analysis to go there. And I was like, and so the final piece of the puzzle was like we needed someone there to take the photos because like I had a conversation with the head of the firm and I was like they were like, yeah, it's great stuff, but we need damning evidence. We need photos of the actual place that it's a fraud, it's a scam. And I was like man, I'll go. And he's like, "You'll go? You're gonna fly in there in Bucaramanga, Colombia? It's like it's the middle of nowhere. It's not Bogota. It's not Medellin. It's not like, I mean, those places are kind of sketch too.
No, bro,
But
it was up a mountain in the middle of nowhere.
in the
Right.
middle of nowhere. So then and I was like, you know what? I'm not I know it's fake. The whole thing's fake. I'm just gonna go there and I'm not coming back until I find it. So I booked a one-way ticket actually.
Crazy.
And I had, online they have these like, uh, I forgot. It's like you can print out these like one-way tickets, these websites, because
Hmm.
you need an exit ticket to return.
Right.
If there's a lot of websites that you pay $10 and they'll book a ticket for you, and then they'll when you print it, I don't know how they do it. They return the ticket.
So it
But they
looks like you're going, but you don't have to
yeah,
get on that flight
and
back.
it's a real flight and everything. So like
Right.
I got the $10 flight to return. Well, it was a fake. It was fake the return. But I was like, I'm not leaving till the job is done. And I remember seeing that Kobe Bryant like clip or something. He's like, jobs. They asked him at the end of the finals game, like, hey,
Job's not
aren't you
done.
happy? He's like, job's not finished. Is it
Yep.
finished? Jobs. I
Yep.
felt like that. I was like, it's not finished.
Yep. Yep.
I
So
went there. Yeah.
now when you went on that journey, you had the chip on your shoulder, you're saying. So you had something to prove
And
almost
nothing to
versus
lose.
and
Nothing to
nothing to
lose.
lose.
So
Now
so
you're
yeah.
known.
Known and I live a pretty good life, man. I'm working a lot of projects. I got a lot of really cool goals. I got a lot of, but I have a good, I don't know, everything's a lot different now. So back then I had like, the only friends I had were in Puerto Rico, like 3 or 4. I had secluded myself for like 3 years while I learned stocks. I locked myself in a room, and then Puerto Rico was the first time I was like interacting with people. That's crazy.
Yep. Yep.
And like I had more student loans than profits at the time. It was like
Wow.
break even.
Wow.
And so I owned I was living in like in the hostel down the street temporarily at the time. I had,
Wow.
I was new to Puerto Rico. So
Yep.
I'm living at this hostel. Like I have a few hundred grand, but like and I'm living but I'm still in debt. Like, you know what I mean? So like I'm not like enjoying anything.
Right.
I'm just in Puerto Rico. I'm in the phase of learning too. I want to absorb all the knowledge. I want to establish myself, create a reputation for myself, and like be taken seriously. And it's like, it's like these are all big dogs around there, and I want to be like I want them, I want to earn my respect.
Yep.
So through work ethic and through everything, because I was in the office every day, 3 in the morning. I didn't leave till like late till nighttime, till the sun came down. I was more pale than any like in Puerto Rico. Like I was the only pale guy in Puerto
For
Rico.
real, bro. And with the last name Capablanca, they're like, who is
Yeah,
this guy?
yeah. So yeah, all like super white. So in Puerto Rico, fluorescent white. So
Right.
yeah. So but I had nothing to lose. I had like no belongings. I had just like a suitcase of clothes, and I was like, man, I'm and a laptop. That's all I had. And yeah, now it's a lot different. So like when you
Yep.
have that mentality of like you got nothing to lose, you're gonna take the motorcycle up 3 hours up the mountain. You're gonna like, I'm getting these guys, man. I know this is fake. I'm gonna show up to your front door. Let's see what happens. And
It's
then
crazy. Yeah, so I get it now why you're a little more cautious in doing
yeah,
stuff like that for sure. For sure.
yeah,
But
yeah,
still, what you're probably trying to do, tell me if I'm wrong, you're probably just trying to find that same type of edge with less risk, which
yeah,
when you frame it like that, it's better. Less risk, same reward potential. That's a better position for you to be in. But when markets are melting up, I'm sure, like we said already, it becomes a battle of being selective, not so much trying to find that big whale, right?
yeah, 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 absolutely. So now, I mean, I got a lot more trading experience now. So like my trading setups have expanded. I got a few easy money trades. Like today, for example, I hit a few of them, pretty stress free. I'm chilling. Back then, I was still like sticking to mostly pre-market. My trading needed a lot of improvement. I needed a lot more experience. So like so also like, the opportunity to go to Colombia and get paid for it, that was really good too. So
Right.
but yeah, I will still, man, I will still do a short report and show up an office. But like it just in the US is preferred, There's laws
Yeah.
here.
Yep. Yep. Don't need to leave the country to go to some
Yeah.
third world country and risk getting
Yeah.
your arms chopped off by a
Yeah,
machete by a
serious,
guy in the woods.
serious,
Yeah.
man. I could have. I really think there was probably like a solid 10% possibility I wouldn't return after now
Yeah.
that in hindsight that I
Oh,
think
of
about it.
course. When you look back on
Yeah.
the risk you took for that, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So when all of this is now developing, you're not just gaining popularity and the show is growing and all of these things are working in a positive direction for you. What do you do to like stay in the zone as a trader? I think a lot of guys are finding some success, but it becomes short-lived. And I sometimes think it's due to lack of focus. So can we talk for a second about what you do to stay focused as a trader? Is it routine? Is it supplements? Like, what are you doing to keep focused on your trading and stay adaptive?
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, I love my routines. I do calisthenic workouts. I drink my coffee. It's like mushroom coffee. It has like lion's
Nice.
mane.
Nice.
Um, Sam gave me like this chaga stuff. So I have all
Hmm.
these vitamins and supplements. I take like all my vitamins. I took there's this doctor, Doc Amen. I don't know if you heard of
Yes.
him. Amen
Yeah. The
Clinics.
brain guy. Yep.
Yeah. So I went in 2 years ago. I signed up for his thing, got the brain scan and everything, and I still get his supplements that he tailored.
Nice.
So I take
Okay.
all of the supplements,
Do you think
and
they
I
work?
take. Oh man, yeah, like I think a lot clearer now, and yeah,
Wow.
maybe it's just through speaking also a lot. Like my
Yeah.
speaking has improved, but like
Yeah.
podcasts, you're just gonna improve. So I think it helps. And yeah, so the vitamins, routines, sleep. I've been sleeping very well for the past, I would say like year. I track my sleep, and it's made a big difference because like in the past, I would sleep maybe like in Puerto Rico, I was sleeping like 2, 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
And I
It's
would
not
just,
enough.
yeah. So, but but like I don't know at this phase, I don't need to grind like that kind of grind. So now it's a different kind of grind. So I need to rest and to perform. Um, so I've been doing that. I just love my environment, like I keep everything clean, everything organized. My desk is always immaculate. My office is always the way I like it. Nothing like everything is really organized because like the way I see it is like the market is like nothing you can control in the market. You can't really control it. It's like does what it does. But you just react to it with your preparation and experience and all that and execute. But with your life, your surroundings, you can control it. So like
Yep.
I try to always keep all my routines and my environment. People in my life are always supportive people. I don't I'm kind of brutal in that. Like I don't talk to anyone if they don't support me. I'll just bow out. It's just very politely, kindly,
Respectful.
whatever,
Yeah. Just don't got
respectful.
space for that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel the same way.
exactly. Exactly. So, I always watch because like if someone's taking more energy from me, I'm really aware, and Sam has brought this to my attention too, aware of like how my energy is like being consumed.
Yep.
And it's like I don't know if I'm introvert. I gotta take a personality test, but like I feel a lot of times like I get drained from talking to some people. Like I don't know if that's introvert quality, but
I feel the
but
same way, but I would consider myself an extrovert. But I think certain people drain your energy more. I think it's just self-awareness to be like, yep, I'm done. You took a home. Social
yeah,
battery's done.
yeah,
I ain't got time for this.
yeah.
It's not me. It's like maybe it's like a flag in our brains that says like this conversation, this person is not bringing me value. I'm not bringing them value. This is a waste of time. Time to go.
Yeah, just politely exit whatever. But yeah, just being aware of that because like I want to focus my energy to what I enjoy doing. Like I enjoy the stocks, I enjoy helping others learn because like when you share your knowledge, you actually get better yourself.
Yep.
It's like it reinforces everything.
Yep.
Um, so and just doing more like how can I do more for my podcast. Like added like a stock analysis section of videos, and it encourages me to do like I break down individual stocks, and I have an archive for myself that I share. So like that, I want to spend more time. I love doing that, and so it's like I'm just being aware of like where I'm focusing my energy so that I can keep improving and hit new levels and like and just keep growing. So
100%.
um and just so it's like at the end it just all is like super fulfilling, and it's like it's this is makes you feel good and happy, so like just being aware of that so you can and that helps perform your best when you feel like that. So
100%.
um yeah, that's what I do to yeah, on a day to
Stay in the
day.
zone. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how does this, as you found more success, how does this translate into running this seminar? Because you've got to feel like you're running this seminar with Sam to bring the value that you've learned, the experience that you've learned to other people. So what really motivated you guys to start doing these events?
So I was well, the Conscious Trading Academy in the first place, I met Sam and I invited him on my podcast we did like 2 or 3 episodes over a period of 2 years or so.
Okay.
And it was great. We kept in contact and we did work on myself. I was a developing trader at the time. I was still pretty good at, 6 figures something trader. And I did a lot of work with Sam, personal work. And then I started to have like some breakthroughs, started to hit some new levels, and certain issues that I had, they just like weren't relevant anymore. It's almost like I transformed as a person. So, and to be able to hit those new levels, like, um Sam had the idea of starting the academy. And when he mentioned it to me, the academy, I didn't really believe in myself at that level. I was still like developing. I was like,
Little imposter syndrome.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, we worked on the academy, the material, the blueprint stuff for like a year before we even made the academy known. So like I was still improving as I was documenting it in the videos and creating material, and still working with Sam along the way for a year. And we,
Yeah.
we had the idea of Concentrating Academy for a year. I was like,
Wow.
in fact, I was holding off on it because yeah, imposter syndrome and all that. So but Sam told me, he's like, one day we're gonna talk on stage, we're gonna have on conferences around the world. This is the Mind Alchemist. He's
Yep.
and
He really
I'm
is.
there. It was hard for me to see, so at the
Yeah.
time. And then like, he keeps we keep working on it. I keep having more breakthroughs, and then we launched the academy when we have the first conference. And yeah, sponsors actually reached out to me when they found out, and immediately, it just like it was just it becomes a norm. So like it's just like it becomes like now it's like that's another breakthrough. Now it's like it's just normal. It's not, it's just
Not a big
like,
deal.
yeah, it's not
That
a
it
big
seemed
deal.
like
Like,
it was at one point where you'd be like, I don't know if I'm ready to speak on stage. Now you're like, when is the next time for me to speak on stage? It's just a level up. I would say for the
yeah,
listeners, take what I think that's probably one of the biggest takeaways so far from this conversation. You needed somebody external that was in
yes,
your corner to say,
yeah,
bro, you think bigger. And that's like, we all get to a point. I can definitely relate. You get to a point where you're like, I'm doing everything I said I wanted to do. Right. Like and now what's the next step? Like, what am I challenging myself to do next? You don't want to get complacent. And sometimes it comes from an external force like Sam. I think Sam and you together is a sick combination, bro, because you bring the trading, you bring the technical analysis, you bring that. He brings this, like you said, the mind alchemy, the manifestation of the things that you really want to achieve, and tying that together can be very fluffy, bro. There's probably many people that have tried to do what you guys are doing in the past, and it doesn't stick because it's very fluffy. But because you have the tactics and Sam has tactics, when it comes together, I think that's why people speak so highly of you two. So let's talk about the seminar last year. Thomas, one of my Black Shirt Club guys, Thomas, the young kid,
yeah. Oh, yeah, awesome.
great, we love Thomas. Um, he told me you guys did some exercise with a blindfold. What was that, and what
Yeah.
happened?
So Sam is a practitioner also. So that's what separates him from like a normal trading psychologist or a life coach. Because we see a lot of like life coaches in the trading space working with like the mind and stuff. And but Sam is like the real deal. He goes by like science, and he's a practitioner. He has all the
Yeah,
certifications.
yeah,
He studied under Joe Dispenza, really
yep,
well-known guy.
it's awesome.
That yeah, so like it's the real deal. So Sam did the blindfolds and had the brain and heart coherence exercises. He broke it down, like, and showed examples of like, and showed like the statistics. And we had someone in the audience. He's a nurse or a doctor, and he was blown away by it as well. This is all like brain science and heart science, and like, and because that goes you like your feelings, can it can cause you to make a bad decision or just an error, or because your behaviors, it leads to you want to have the best behaviors to perform your best, to execute. So if you're if you're nervous or if you're panicky, and that has something, yes, that means your heart is beating faster. It's communicating with your brain certain things, and then you can cause to make an error or make a bad judgment or size up too much, exit out, panic out too much, do something. So this kind of tools that Sam was bringing up, and he had the blindfolds, so we can, that's just part of the exercise. Um, but yeah, he knows all that stuff more, like
Is the
way
idea with
deeper.
that of like bringing the brain and heart in sync. Is that the idea there? So you can get
Yes.
intuition more easily and trust intuition more easily? Is that the reason for that?
So he was using so I remember he was using a case study.
Okay.
And by the way, these are they're not like super crazy to understand or anything. He makes it so simple to understand. So there was one case study of a guy that died in an accident and his heart. So your heart has like a version of a small brain in it. So like you're in it, so and it communicates with your brain. So it's like it's just these exercises that Sam was doing. Oh, breathing exercises as well. So like because your body doesn't know what's real or not. So it's like when you're breathing certain rhythms, it thinks like you're panicking, or if you're breathing certain rhythms, it thinks that you're
Right, because
calm.
your brain doesn't know the difference between thoughts and reality sometimes, right?
Yeah,
Is that the
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So that's what a lot of the blindfold is like to trick your body that it's through breathing exercises, through vision,
It's
using
cool.
your
It's so cool,
thoughts.
bro. I
Yeah.
I went to this side note. I went to this thing in Arizona. Me and my wife did this breathing exercise thing with these hippies in their backyard. They had all these instruments and sound bowls. And like just through breathing, it creates this like psychedelic trip almost. So breathing is super important. And what the reason I share that is because like I have a couple of people in the mentorship. I think two of them are actually coming. They already bought tickets, the two people that I'm thinking about. They're fine when it comes to technical analysis. There's just a blockage in staying in the winning trades longer and not getting out too quickly. There's a blockage in getting out of losses extra fast because they don't want to lose. This cutting the winners too soon, cutting the losses too long, so to speak, that's blocking a lot of people. And I kind of get stuck sometimes in coaching them because I think my cop out is like experience, just more experience, like me, more years, then it gets better. But like these things that Sam teaches at the seminar and in your coaching, I think that can shortcut it. Am I right? Like when you do
Yeah,
get the brain on the right page, you can shortcut some of this stuff that holds other traders back.
yeah, because sometimes you never break out like that. You never because like you were saying the example of like when Sam was mentioning we're going to do conferences and stuff, you're going to speak on stage in the future.
Yeah.
Someone saw it for me. That's what when you have like a mentor, they're able to shortcut that.
Yeah.
Um, just like I knew like when I was studying all the material on my own that I needed to go to like Puerto Rico, not only for the tax incentive, but like for to network and learn more, see what's really going on. So
Right.
it's like that was a shortcut for me to I think that sped up my
Oh, for
success,
sure,
you
bro.
know?
Getting around all the guys, Lucci and all the
Yeah.
guys in Puerto Rico,
Yeah, yeah,
Francie and all
yeah.
them. Yeah, bro.
Absolutely. Yeah.
100%. So it is who you surround yourself with. But then sometimes there's these things from inside that I don't know how to unlock. And that's why I like talking with Sam and working with you guys. Cause I think you guys, Sam's onto something. You know what I mean? Not to stroke Sam too hard here, but like I think people will come out of this event. So like when I've done seminars, I've done many of them. I do all technical analysis basically. It's people coming in, new traders, they need strategy, they need just explanation of trades, how to position themselves correctly. It's like 400 slides. It's just charts. This is nothing like that, really, right? This your seminar.
Yeah, so I speak for a large portion and I show charts, I show strategies, but I also share, I share stuff that I've never shared before. Chart, like that's like trading strategy stuff.
Yep.
But like the combination of mental performance, what it takes to like perform at a high pressure, uh, decision making environment, that and utilizing Sam's unique expertise. That yeah, this is something, and then also relating it. I know a lot of people that come are like for example, they're fans of the podcast that I do. They listen to like a lot of stuff, a lot of material that I have. There's like 1,000 videos. Yeah, the same with you. You have a lot of stuff. So they know my story and I explain my story. It gives a lot of inspiration, so like how I used to grind in the office here, sleeping here 20 hours a day, and then like have you just make small wins, stacking up the small wins, having a vision for yourself, and just
Yeah.
all the because like when you have I know those stories helped me out as well. Like when
Yeah,
I
it's
learned about
motivation.
like
It's fuel.
yeah. So it's like to know it's possible to
Right.
do it, so and the trajectory, it's like you're putting all this work in it and it's like that's normal, so like and to not see you're not going to just have success right away. It takes a while. And all the
Fortunately.
struggles, so like um yeah, we dive into all that, so
What's the schedule? Run everybody through the schedule. Because I know we start Friday.
yeah, so Friday, the 11th, we're coming to US Bank Tower. So right now you guys can't tell, but I'm in a skyscraper. I'm in I'm in the sky right now. And the tallest skyscraper west of the Mississippi.
Wow.
That's where I'm at right now. So like um we're going to the 54th floor. They have a floor up there. I'm not gonna tell you which floor I'm on right now, but like they have a floor up there. 54th is like 70 floors, and the 54th is a really nice space. We're gonna have a mastermind there.
Okay.
Um, you're gonna speak. Sam's gonna speak. I might speak a little bit. Uh, and then so that's that. And then we get a tour of my office. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna be like usually on the 54th while you guys are speaking, we'll take groups to see my office and see my setup and see all like I have a really cool setup. The rest of the office is cool too. Um, I know a lot of traders and small caps, they like to see like what tools am I using?
Yep.
I'm gonna share all my tools. I have like deep dive tools for like fundamental analysis and stuff. So like this, I gotta share like the secret sauce, you know? And
Nice.
so then that is Friday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., I believe. And then
Okay.
Saturday, the main event, we're all gonna be speaking there, certain time slots. The sponsor is gonna speak there as well, Zimtra. They're very good, very good prop firm out of the Cayman Islands. Pretty sick, actually. They have a really cool tools. We're going to speak about a lot of different things as well. So, and yeah, that's going to be the main event from like 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. or something. It'll be a heavy day.
Heavy day.
Sunday, we're going to the athletic club, which is it's all in the same block, by the way. Everything is really in the same block.
Nice.
And oh yeah, so after the event Saturday, we're gonna have the VIP dinner. We're gonna eat Brazilian steakhouse.
Mm.
Um, Hopefully everyone likes meat. If there's vegetarians, they have a salad bar, but like there's gonna be meat everywhere though. So just be warned.
Sorry, vegans. No,
Yeah,
and you love that steakhouse, bro. They know you by name. They know your middle
yeah,
name. They know your underwear size. You're there so often,
yeah.
probably.
I inquired about owning a franchise the
There
other
you
day. I was
go.
like,
That's how much you fucking love it. That's awesome. Okay, so
yeah,
Saturday night's the
and then
dinner
yeah,
after the event.
and then Sunday, the athletic club. We're going to the
Yeah.
Blue Room. I love the athletic club. The athletic club is one of the clubs I'm at. I have another one also with it's like a 13th floor building, and each floor is like a different health. Uh,
Oh, that's cool.
like they have a running indoor track, a
Oh,
indoor
nice.
pool. They have
Probably got
like
a
a fet
sauna, the whole thing.
Yeah, and they have one floor for fencing, one floor
Wow.
for all Pilates, and like it's a historic place. So all the actors in Hollywood used to come there back in the day and just like do all the
That
health
was the
stuff.
spot. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. So we
But
go
but
there
yeah,
on
we're
Sunday, and that's the networking that's VIP
yeah,
only, right? On Sunday.
VIP only, and that's the blue room, and the blue room. The VIPs only VIPs for all 3 days. The regular ticket is for Saturday
Just
nine
Saturday.
nine. Yeah. So, but the blue room, yeah, we're gonna have like deep discussions. Sam and you are gonna be leading that one,
I'm
and
excited.
yeah, because the blue room is a really nice space for like an intimate discussion about like mind and psychology stuff. Really good environment for that. And then Saturday
Awesome.
with the presentation, of course, all the charts, strategies, everything.
Well, you know what
So
happens too with these events, and everybody listening, there's your schedule for the weekend. With these events, like you got to debrief. So I think Sunday probably you would agree. It's like a day where it's like, okay, what did we talk about yesterday? Does anybody have any
yes,
follow-up thoughts from yesterday that we need to go a little deeper? Oh yeah, Sam, you said this and it made me think of this. What do you think about this? So it's like it's cool that you guys do that second day. When I've done seminars for myself, it's been one day. And it's crazy. I mean, you guys make it super affordable. I got to tell you on podcasts because it's unbelievable that you guys are making a 3 day event so cheap for people to come and spend that kind of time with you guys. Because I mean, you learned a lot from being in Puerto Rico. I learned a lot from my time at T3 when I was at the prop firm. When you sit with somebody that's been trading longer than you, there's nothing more valuable than that. Whether it's
yeah,
technicals or psychology, that is the most valuable. So the fact that we get 3 days together is sick. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be so awesome. And you get to meet some of my guys from ASFX too. So you'll see. I know last year Thomas said there was a lot of Tim Sykes guys, a lot of guys like from your community, from like the people that have followed you, same kind of background that you've been brought up in. But now I'm going to
yeah,
show up with my guys too. So we'll have a good conglomerate of
nice,
everybody
yeah,
sharing
yeah,
ideas.
nice.
I got a
And
couple people, bro, that are coming that like I think this is going to be the game changer for them. This will be the event. I'm not going to tell them this or anything. I'm not going to say, but I think they're going to look back on coming to your event and they're going to say that was a huge level up for me.
yeah, and that's the beauty about having these events and just like having with the academy with Sam is like I hear that a lot, and it's
Yeah.
like really man, it's It's awesome. It's like you can't get that feeling when you're locked up in a room trading
Yeah.
on your own, which
Yeah.
is what I was
Cool.
doing
You made
forever.
100 grand. Fine. But like when you make an impact on somebody and now
Yeah.
you taught that person to fish, you didn't just
Yeah.
give them the fish. I think that's, you know what, humans like to serve, especially men, bro. I've been thinking about this. I've been
Yeah.
listening to, you got to serve somebody, whether you're serving yourself, your family, the Lord, somebody, you have to serve. So service means helping other people. So trading doesn't really provide a service other than financially. But when you help
Yeah.
somebody, it's super, super awesome. That's why you and me do what we do. It would be
Yeah.
lonely too. You know, I think community is what traders thrive off of when you're around other people in a collaborative way. You do a really good job of that with your podcast. I think this is going to be another big step for that. So now with this big event, do they on Saturday, do we need to like get anybody prepared? Do they need to bring laptops? Do we need them to bring anything? Like, what should I be telling everybody to be prepared with? Should they
I
dress
was,
fancy?
yeah.
Should they dress comfortable? Like give them like the details here.
Yeah. So get dressed casual.
Okay.
Get dressed however you want. It's just, just not
No flip
like,
flops.
for example, the last event with Roland at the City Club,
Yeah.
we held it a really, really beautiful space. At the other club I'm at, they have
Yeah.
a dress code there. You got
Yeah.
you can't have flip flops.
Right.
Can't have
Tank tops.
shorts. Yeah,
Yeah.
tank tops. So yeah, just come like just
Business
well
casual.
presented. Yeah, business casual. I would say very good. Yeah, business casual. Um,
No nipples
it,
hanging out, boys. Put
no
them away.
nipples. It shouldn't be hot. Right now it's really hot. October
Yeah.
shouldn't be that hot. So like
No, it
yeah.
should cool down, hopefully.
And yeah, laptops because we're gonna be referencing some things, maybe some laptops, take some notes.
Okay.
Yeah, just come with an open mind, ready to gather a lot of information. Don't party, because then if you're gonna be attending all 3 days,
There's no time.
like yeah, Saturday night, don't party because you're gonna be yawning and stuff. You might not even show up to the Sunday event. Same thing
Right.
for Friday.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Good,
so
good advice. Because some people do use these things as a reason to ditch their wife and their kid and go get drunk with a bunch
yeah,
of dudes.
exactly. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
not
yeah.
what we're going for with this.
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. So, but yes, and then Sunday, I would say the same thing, just business casual for all days,
Cool.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay. I'm good
Oh,
on the
actually,
seminar. Yes.
yeah. So Friday, you don't need to bring a laptop. Friday for the bank tower, just bring yourself,
Okay.
and Sunday as well, bring yourself.
Just bring
Saturday,
yourself.
yeah, Saturday, I would say, if you want to bring a laptop, take notes. But Sunday and Friday, you don't need to do that. Just show up.
Saturday, bring some caffeine too, boys and girls.
Yes. Oh, they're
You're
gonna
gonna
have
need
coffee there too.
They'll have coffee, but
Yeah.
some guys might need their Zyn or whatever they need to stay locked in.
Oh yeah.
We need people focused. Do you do any of that stuff, bro? You do any of that like nicotine gum or any of that stuff? The nootropic. They say it's a nootropic. You believe in it?
No.
I don't either.
I
I would
take
get addicted
Alpha.
to
I'll
it,
take
bro.
Alpha Brain. Alpha Brain.
Yeah, that's good. I've heard good
Joe
things
Rogan.
about that. Yeah.
Joe Rogan takes his. Hey, if Joe Rogan takes it, I'm all ears.
Right.
But I take Alpha Brain. A lot of coffee with sea moss recently. I started to put sea moss in there.
I've heard
Yeah.
only good things. It's super nutrient dense, right? Like it's got every
Yeah.
nutrient in the fucking world or something.
Yeah, that's my drug, man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, David, I'm good. This has been awesome. Good to catch up with you, talk about trading for the year. Good to get a lay of the land for the seminar. Maybe what we'll have to do is do a little recap after the seminar. We'll do another podcast, you, me, and Sam after the seminar. So we'll share some takeaways for those because we've got listeners in Australia. I had people today on my stream. They were like, I would love to come, but I'm in Australia, bro. It's too expensive. It's too hard. I get that. You know what I mean? It's life. So for those of you that can't be there, I know Sam and David are going to be recording everything. So you'll see some video clips from this. You'll see some photos from this, but maybe we'll do a little debrief, David, and go over the big takeaways from the event, maybe some good conversation pieces, and we'll try to share some value with the audience. But I really appreciate you, like I said, bro, having me at the event, coming on the podcast here multiple times, just collaborating communities, because I know my community is learning a lot from you and Sam. So it's a win-win for everybody. And I'm very, very grateful for that.
Absolutely, man. It's great to have you with us too. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm super pumped.
Create a lot of stuff.
I've never been to California, so this is a first for me, bro.
Never.
I'd only come for you. I'd only come for you.
Wow. Yeah. Well, you're going to be, it's going to be a very interesting experience.
Oh, I can't wait. Hopefully the naked parades are done by the time I get there. You know what I'm saying?
With Roland's event, we were talking off camera. They had the naked parade. Some people were like, what is
We're here to trade, bro. Put some pants on and ride your bike home. That's what I would tell that guy, bro. Put some pants on and go home.
Yeah, man, hilarious. But
right,
it's
David.
gonna be a great time.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it, bro. You and I will chat soon. I really appreciate you, brother. Enjoy the rest of your day. Listeners, thank you for listening in. We really appreciate you being here on the Day Trading Show podcast. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of our future episodes, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, David.